This is something I've been working on for a long time, doing in and outs and stuff. And this is what, if you had to have the one tool, which I'm not into one tool concepts, but if I had to carry one thing, this is what I would have with me. I call it a Shingle Hawk. What it actually is an old Stanley shingle hammer. Take it off. If I can get the sheath off now. Give me a second. Okay. Learned how to make these PVC sheaths off of Kenny Hinkle's Brave the Wild site. And it works real good and it sticks pretty good. We'll look at that in a minute. Okay, this is just a regular, but this is kind of cool. I took this, cleaned it up real good. It was kind of rusty. And it's a shingle hatchet or shingle hammer. And shingle hammers have short handles on them. I took that out, put an 18-inch hammer handle on here. This way you've got many different things here. You got a hatchet, you've got a hammer, you got to kind of have a tomahawk. I've sharpened all the edges, so this can actually be used like a knife. You can kind of use it as a draw knife. If you wanted to put another handle in here, you could draw a knife, use it for a draw knife and shave stuff. It's real, you can push and shape wood if you need to, or shave stuff. It's real good cleaning branches and stuff off with. I put orange tape on it all the way down and back up on the handle, and then I put some friction tape on here so it'll be easier to hold on to. A lot of people put paracord on their handles. I don't like to do that. This little sheath is something that I purchased from Wilderness Outfitters because they got some good leather stuff on there, and that's what I use to keep on my belt if I'm carrying it around. I've also took the nail notch that you pull nails with on this, and I ground that out a little bit so I can pull a ferro rod through there. I've got a little ferro rod mounted on this sheath. So if I had to use it to start a fire, I could. I'm going to give Kenny Hinkle Brave the Wilds. This was my attempt at a sheath, and it came out pretty good. I've got to do a little more work on it because it's kind of coming apart. I tried to glue it together and it didn't stick instead of putting pop rivets, so I had to put one pop rivet in. I meant to put another one. But it goes on there and stays on good and tight. And this is my version of a one tool. You can use it, like I said, you can break stuff. If you got a hammerhead, you can break stuff up. You can chop, you can shave, you can do damn near anything with it. And after I got this done and got it all like I wanted, I even thought about rigging up something so I could put a saw blade between the point here. I was in Cabela's, and I'll be danged if Zippo, the company that makes the lighters, they've got an outdoor section or division, and they've come up with almost this exact same thing. And I don't know what the name of it is, but it's got a plastic or fiberglass handle, and it comes with a blade thing in the handle so you can use it for a bow saw, a hatchet, and it's got a hammerhead on it, so it's kind of a multi-purpose tool too. But they're 70-80 bucks, so they're pretty pricey. One thing I wanted to show you, if you do want to make something like this, I'll get up closer. A lot of the newer shingle hatchets don't have the thin blade. That's almost like a knife blade on there. And that's what you want to make something like this. You want that thin carbon steel blade on and head on there. You can see that good. Here's a closer up view of the sheath that I made out of some sewer pipe. Got my ferro rod mounted on there. And that little handle on the end, that's just to pull it off, which got broke, so I'm going to have to come up with something else to put on the end of that there to grab onto it so I can get it off the head. That's what it looks like up close. I've been wanting to make a video about this for a long time, but I just, between work and life and family stuff, it's hard to get anything done. I know everybody knows that. But this was my little foray into coming up with something for going out. And I like it. I use it quite a bit. It's really good to make kindling up. Because you can take another hammer, you can get it started with this, and then take another hammer and pop it, and it'll pop the stuff loose. So you can get your kindling down pretty damn small with this. And I'd rather use this than baton and a knife. Also, with that 18-inch handle, I can get a pretty good swing on stuff. So that's my little invention. I call it the Shingle Hawk, like a tomahawk. Couldn't think of any other name to call it. So if you're so inclined, look for one of these old Stanley shingle hammers at a flea market or one of them places you go and find stuff, you know, auctions and whatever else, and you end up with having a real good tool.